everyone.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Very good. How was your weekend?
It was okay. It was more or less I had to work for a few hours.
Very good. Excellent. What else did you do? Did you get to do anything fun besides work?
Mm, Actually, no. On Saturday,
Mhm.
what did on Saturday? Uh, we went to have a how do you say? Fuimos a una comida.
We went to eat. We went out to
We went
eat,
to eat
right?
outside. We
Mhm.
went to eat outside.
We
Yeah.
went out to eat.
In the morning,
Mhm.
I had to work, and in afternoon we went
Mhm.
to eat outside.
Oh,
And
very nice.
yesterday we went to uh, supermarket, but that supermarket that um, um, how do you say que están en las calles?
¿Qué están como? Otra
En las
vez, lo
calles.
siento. En las calles.
Yeah,
Entonces that's a
un mercado
farmer's
local.
market. Yeah,
Yeah, informal supermarket. Or
farmer's
informal
market.
market.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Farmer's
market,
market.
informal market. Yeah.
Farmer's market. Yeah. Very nice. That sounds like a good weekend. And when you say you went out to eat or outside to eat, was it a
Like
restaurant or did you make a picnic?
um, it's like a what how you say plaza square.
Oh, in a square and at a restaurant though, right?
But where uh, a lot of people they can eat in the same tables.
Ah,
Or
yeah. So it's kind of like we call that communal where
there there
like
there
uh-huh.
are a lot of tables
Mhm.
together,
Mhm.
and you can eat. For example, there are a lot of stores or food stores, and you can
Oh,
eat in how is it in any table
uh-huh.
available.
Mhm. So that's called a food court. We call those food courts.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, food court. That's nice. Excellent. Very good. That sounds like a good weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were
Zona de comida.
on
Okay.
huh?
Zona de comidas, food court.
Food court. Yeah, it's I don't think it translates really well. No? Um, so what were we on? I'm pretty sure we're on complaints and conflicts. We did
Mm-hmm.
this. We've done this. I'm sorry, I didn't write the notes. I don't know why my note didn't go through. Oh, we did adverbs. We've done that. Did we do all of this? I do receive comments. Oh, yes, we did that. Okay, this is where we're on. We're on this slide, I'm pretty sure.
We
So
did it.
we did this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We did that one. But we haven't done this one.
We did. No, one second. No,
I, yeah, I don't think this one.
pending.
Okay. So we need to match the strategies for conflict resolution to the phrase you could use. So let's read the example one first.
Mm-hmm.
So let's read this first and then the hint or the clue. Mhm.
Okay. What is my task?
Can you read? Can you read the
Okay.
example?
Talk
Mhm.
talk directly with the other person. I would like to talk to you about something. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Very good. So we're just matching the phrases with
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
one that goes well with it. Mhm.
Find points of agreements. Mm, the most important find points of agreement. Okay, we can both agree that.
Mhm. Very
Mm-hmm.
good.
Could you help me with the pronunciation? Prioritize?
Prioritize. You're right.
Prioritize areas of conflict.
Uh-huh.
Mm, okay, for me, the most important issue to resolve is
Yep.
okay.
That one. There's one more too.
Okay, develop a clear resolution. Resolution
Resolution.
or resolution?
Resolution.
Resolution. Develop a clear resolution. Okay, to set things right. We will.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Okay.
And so we have a couple more. Let's look at these last remaining ones. We need to match them to some of these. So let's look at this first one.
I think the biggest issue is like prioritize areas
Yep.
of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving forward. Let's okay develop a clear resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I agree with you about this is same with the same phrase or develop a clear resolution
Yeah.
sentence. How is it? ¿Cómo llamas a esto que está al lado izquierdo?
¿Cómo?
How could you to the left part the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4? ¿Es una oración? Is it a sentence or
Yeah, it's a phrase.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
phrase? Okay.
It's a phrase. Like these are just phrases and usually in workplace settings, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
we try to problem solve or have a solution, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, let's look at our next one. We have workplace complaints.
Mm-hmm.
Is this too small for you to read? If so, I can read it.
It's a little small for me.
Okay, so research shows that informally complaining, for example, about a coworker who chews gum too loudly or one who takes personal calls during work temporarily makes us feel better by blowing off steam and getting comfort from others. However, it also increases the amount of time we think about the frustration and does not do anything to actually solve the problem. So, generally, what do people complain about? And oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It was my dog.
There he is.
That-
He's happy. Or
yeah.
she's happy. Very good. So, here, generally, what do people complain about in your workplace? Have you ever got to
Generally.
talk to like coworkers and kind of complain about maybe someone or something about work, or do you not really get a chance to do that because you're working remotely?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Usually we don't have complaints, and maybe
No
or
complaints. Uh-huh.
you can send yeah you can send a message. Just that if you want to talk with someone, you can send a
Uh-huh.
message if you have a complaint. But usually, or that's not usual in my work.
That's not usual, right? And
Mm-hmm.
in meetings, are there any complaints? I know you guys have a lot of meetings. Does anyone kind of complain about maybe like data or maybe a system or
Just
are you
sometimes, but
Mhm.
they always have a mm, how you say ¿cómo se dice cuando excusa una excusa how is
Excuse? They always
excuse
have
they have
excuses,
excuse
right?
yeah
They always have excuses. Excuses. Super. Very good. Well, that's great because usually usually work environments people complain a lot. So that's good. That's good that there's not a lot of that.
actually uh
Mhm.
we are different teams. So
Mm-hmm.
we have our tasks, and other teams they have their own
Mm-hmm.
tasks. So we depend
Mm-hmm.
from other teams.
We
So
depend
maybe
on each other. Uh-huh.
we depend we depend on
On
each other.
each other. We depend on each other. So it would be kind of bad if like one team didn't like another team because then not really work.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That's how it should be, right? Everyone should be doing their part and helping each other. So that's great because sometimes work environments are not not the healthiest, right? Very good. Okay, let's look at the second question. So, what do you do when you have a problem with someone at work? Do you talk directly to the person or do you complain to others?
Hmm. It depends. If
Mhm.
I think we can't solve,
With
just talk each other.
mhm.
Yeah, just talking each other, or maybe I need to talk with here or with their, how is it, chief or brief, or como se dice,
Yeah,
boss,
their boss, right?
their boss, yeah,
Their boss or their leader or their
their
manager. Mhm.
manager.
Yeah. I feel like I usually just talk directly to the person
Mm-hmm.
because that's the direct source, but after if it's not changing, that's when I'll go higher because I don't like going to the
Yeah, but
boss, you know?
sometimes you
Yeah.
can talk with some people because they are too angry.
Mhm. Too
So,
defensive, right? They get
uh,
like really yeah, upset when they do something
yeah.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's best sometimes to go to the person on top, that's for sure. Very good. Okay, let's look at this last one. What do you do when your coworkers complain to you about someone else? Have you ever had a coworker complain to you about someone?
Sometimes, or that's a little usual because
Unusual or usual?
no, it's usual or not.
It's
How you say,
normal.
not too much, no muy usual.
Yeah, and it's unusual.
It's
It is
unusual, but yeah,
unusual or
it
rare.
happens sometimes.
Mhm.
It happens sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah, is it correct? It happens or it
Mhm.
happened?
It happens
It
sometimes
happens sometimes.
because it's not just one time, right? It's just a few times, so you need to make it plural. Mhm.
So
That is
I
fair.
gave them advice, like
Mhm.
you need to talk with the person who you have the complaint, and you
Mhm.
can solve talking. Just
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's adults, and I feel like for most people that's okay, but like as you said, some people get very defensive or very like their feelings are hurt, right? And they show it in probably immature ways. Very good. Okay, let's look at our next one. So, vocabulary practice. Choose the correct word to complete the sentence. Whew. So, can you read this or is it too small?
okay. It's important to be impolite when making a complaint. Mhm.
Which one goes best in this?
It's very important to be polite.
Polite, right? Yeah, we want to be, yeah, in a workplace. Very good. Okay, number 2.
Let's try to see face to face, eye to eye about this. Face to face.
So, on in this case, it's going to be
Okay.
eye to eye. Face to
Eye to
face,
eye.
yeah, face to face usually means confronting someone. So when there's a conflict, you want to do it in person.
Okay.
Eye to eye is agreeing. I know it's so similar. Like it seems like it should be. a synonym. But yeah, eye to eye is coming to an agreement. Face to face is being in person with someone, like
How do you
talking to
say
them.
when in Spanish? How do you say when you, por ejemplo, estás enojada
See? You are
y
angry. Uh-huh.
yeah, you're angry and con la persona con la que estás enojada quiere hablarte, pero tú como que no quieres contestarle. I don't remember what is the word in Spanish.
Wait, you don't want to like confront them or no entiendo completamente, lo siento.
Ya, cuando tienes una discusión con
Sí.
alguien,
Ujú.
pero ella quiere arreglar las cosas, pero tú no quieres porque tienes orgullo, yeah, proud, proud,
Pride, right?
proud.
Pride.
Okay.
You're too proudful
Proud es
for,
orgulloso,
huh?
orgullo, proud es orgullo, right? Proud,
Yeah.
orgullo,
Mhm.
pero en
Proud.
otro
Uh-huh.
contexto. Pride,
Otra
okay.
vez. Yeah. So proud is like past tense. Pride is present
Can
tense.
you type for me, please?
So we have pride. I have pride, or I am
Ah, okay.
proud. Uh-huh.
Okay, and what's mean proud?
Proud, it's the same. Pride and proud are the same. Mhm.
Okay, it's another tense.
Yeah, so pride you use like let me see some examples. Pride examples. And then proud, it's just the form that it takes. Hold on. Examples.
Can you help me with the explanation
Uh-huh.
about the 2 point or the second?
About proud or pride? Mm-hmm.
No, I mean the second point, el número dos, the number two,
Uh-huh.
face to face.
So it's
I
eye to
am.
eye. Eye to eye.
I
So
don't have.
face
How do you say? No lo tengo claro.
I no tengo
I
claro.
am not sure with the context or.
Yeah, so face to face, like I said before, when you use that expression face to face, that means talking to someone in person, not on the phone, not on, it's like you're in the room with them. You need to do that face to face, right? Eye to eye is an agreement. Like you need to come to an agreement about this, right? So eye to eye
Okay.
is about being in agreement, and face to face is more of being in person and talking to them. Does that make sense?
More or less.
Yeah, it's just two different expressions, even though they look like they should be similar, but they have two different meanings. Yeah.
Okay.
So face to face is confrontational, like with a person. Eye to eye is coming to an agreement.
What do you prefer?
It just depends on the situation, right? Like you use these in two totally different situations. Like we need to talk face to face, one. Like we need to talk in person, right? Or one, we need to come eye to eye to this problem because we only have 2 more hours to resolve it, you know? So it's
Mm-hmm.
a eye to eye is agreement, face to face is seeing someone and talking to them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, let's look at number 3.
It's best not to apologize,
Apologize.
apologize, blame others for your own mistakes. Blame, culpa.
Yeah.
Apologize, right?
Apologize. That means like disculpa, lo siento, la la la. You're just like asking for their forgiveness, right?
Yeah, it's best not to uh, blame others
Mhm.
for your own mistakes.
Exactly. That's perfect. Very good. Number 4.
I believe you are mistaken or mistaken. I believe you are mistaken. Mistaken.
Mis- mistaken. Mm-hmm. Because you would need, for mistaking, you would need something after it because that's a gerund, right? So this is mistaken. It's a past tense. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah. Very good. You did great. That's really good. Okay. So we have human resources versus customer service. So I'll read this and then we'll do the questions. So when customers of a business have a problem with a product or service, they file complaints with customer service. When employees of the business have serious issues, such as illegal activity, they make complaints with human resources. So the difference is the customer service is just for clients, people that don't work for the company. Human resources is just for the people working for the company, right? So, have you ever complained to a customer service department before?
Hmm.
Like if you bought something and it really just wasn't what it was supposed to be?
When my
And
internet is wrong.
when your internet's slow, right? You can complain
Slow.
to the provider. Exactly. That's
Provider.
uh-huh. And do you usually call them or do you like write them?
It depends. If I am working, I use the chat option,
Mhm.
and if I am free, I use call option.
Yeah. It
Call
takes
is
a while.
call or calling.
No, I call them. I use the call
Okay, I call
option.
them.
Mhm. Exactly. So, let's look at the second part. When should people make complaints to customer service? Come up with a few examples. So, what do you think are real legitimate issues that people should complain to customer service about? Like you've already said internet, right? When your internet is not, performing like it should or that you're paying for, right? What's some other situations or services that you feel like it's a necessity to complain about if it's not working correctly?
Mm, in a restaurant.
In a restaurant. Yeah, you could do it in a restaurant, right? If the food's not, up to standards or maybe the waiter is not doing their job. Very good. Okay, and then one more. Can you think of another one that you might like?
Another one.
I do with like technology. Like if I
Yeah.
just bought a computer, and it's not performing the way it should, or maybe a phone or a tablet, right? Those are really high purchases. It's a lot of money, and if
Charges in your credit card.
yeah, like fraud, fraud.
Fraud.
People
Okay.
using your credit card without obviously your permission. Yeah, you need to complain about that for the fraud that's taking place. Very good. Okay, let's look at the second question. Have you ever complained to an HR department, the human
Have you
resource?
ever complained to an HR department? Is human resources?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hmm. Actually, no.
No, right? Yeah, I feel like it has to be pretty, or in my mind, I think it would have to be pretty serious, right, to file a complaint like that. Maybe if you're getting harassed or something like that. But
Probably if they are paying less than your contract.
yeah, exactly. Something that's very serious, right? Not
Mhm.
something that you can't resolve with the direct person. You need to go to someone higher, right? Very good. Okay, let's look at this. What kinds of complaints should be handled between coworkers, and what kind of complaints should be filed with HR?
Okay. Okay. With HR. Okay.
hmm
What
So it's
kind
just
of?
Mhm.
change should be handled between co-workers. Like it's like or as you said, it depends the critical topic or it
It
depend the topic,
it depends on the situation, the
the
topic, right?
situation. Yeah.
Mhm. And it depends on if, like, for example, of something that could be handled with a coworker is maybe like a disagreement or something that's very small, right? That's not very big, but something like a complaint that should be filed with HR could be like sexual harassment. Maybe you can't talk to that person because they're making you feel uncomfortable, right? That needs to go to HR. Or maybe someone is making you do their work and your work, right? Manipulating you in a type of thing. That could be a formal complaint, right? I think it just depends on the person and on the situation, right? Which what you need to go to human
What
resources
time
for.
is there?
What time is it where I am?
What time is it? Yeah. Where you are?
2:26.
2:26. Okay.
Mhm.
You already ate?
I
8. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. I did have my lunch.
Okay.
I had a little earlier. Very good.
Okay.
Excellent. What about you? Have you eaten? Not yet.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're
Not yet.
hungry. I'm sorry. We're almost done. We're almost done. Are you going to eat after this?
Yeah, after that, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's look at this last slide. So we have customer service complaints. So, customer service is a crucial part of any business. The focus of this department is to ensure the goals of the company are met and customers receive exceptional service. So, in your
Hmm.
opinion, is there a need for specialized training to handle customer complaints? Do you think someone who has to deal with people complaining, do you think they should take some sort of training to help handle that professionally?
Exactly. Because the people, when they call them, they are angry or it's very usual.
Mhm.
So they need
Mhm.
to handle the situation when they are talking with the client.
Mhm. Exactly.
So it's very
Yeah, it's one
important
of
the training.
yeah. It's a those are good people who have to do that. Cuz I would like, oh my gosh, people yelling at me all the time. I
I
would feel
worked
very
like a how you say in a call center.
Uh-huh, call center. Mhm.
Hmm. But
It was horrible, huh?
I used to work at night as well,
Mhm.
apart or beside this work. And how you say tenía sueño?
You were
I used to
tired.
have yeah I used to have uh s- no sleep no
I used to get very sleepy. Mhm. Or I
sleepy,
used to be very tired. Mhm.
very tired.
Mhm.
So and some clients they were angry.
Mhm. Most of
it, it,
them, right?
it was a bad mix.
Yeah. That's just hard work. I mean, always picking up the phone and having to like answer to someone who's usually like over the edge. It's that's those the people who work in that are have good hearts cuz that's a very hard that's a
Yeah,
very hard situation.
you
Yeah.
hang up and another call comes in.
You hang up?
You hang up, cuelgas
Uh-huh.
el teléfono y otra llamada ya está entrando. And another call comes in.
Yeah, it's like back to back, as we say, right?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that. I would feel it sucks the soul out of you, right? It's just, it's horrible. I would not want to do
You
that.
have just some minutes you want to go to the bathroom, for example.
Yeah, it's you have to run. All right, Juan, we're about to run out of time, but I will see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.